Naruto, you are so dead.
You were just staring at my face. No, I was not.
Liar!
I'm not lying, okay?
You're acting really suspicious.
What are you talking about? I said I wasn't staring at you and I wasn't!
Captain Forest here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over both these combatants to see who would win, more often than not in a cross-verse situation. Kid Naruto, from Naruto of course, versus Gon from hunterxhunter. Now if you guys are new to my channel, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content. Also huge shout outs to HQ Squad, massive shout out to the team, they've been a huge help in my videos. Also shout outs to Kurai, who was a huge help with the Naruto section, and also shout outs to KKrimbus, he was a huge help with the Gon section as well. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with Kid Naruto, talk about some of his feats, and I'll move on and talk about Kid Gon as well, talk about some of his feats, and then give my thoughts near the end of the video. So, in order to determine where Kid Naruto would scale, we must talk about some characters in the verse. So Naruto is shown to be above the likes of Neji and Gaara. We've seen during the tournament, Naruto and Neji are able to go back and forth. Naruto is able to endure attacks from Neji, and after reactivating his chakra network and gaining a boost, little help from the Nine Tails, he was able to clash with Neji and outsmart him and one-shot him afterwards. This very same Neji is able to defeat Kidomaru, who was amped by his curse mark. And for those who are unaware, in Naruto, curse marks give you a 10 times increase in stats, so it increases your AP, pretty much makes you stronger, and this is very impressive because even like the weakest member of the team of the Sound Ninjas, Gorobo, he was able to perform a feat where he literally launches Choji while he was using his expansion jutsu. The force to launch Choji would pretty much require at least around town levels of force. Right there and there, we've got some decent town level scaling right off the bat. Now Naruto is able to physically kick and hurt a partially transformed Gaara who is capable of taking a Chidori from Sasuke. This very same Gaara was able to defeat Rock Lee, who was using 3rd, 4th and 5th gates. Gaara himself can already perform feats such as using his Sand Burial, which was calced around the small town level ranges of attack potency. Naruto can also summon Gamabunta, who is able to fight Shikaku. Gamabunta and Jiraiya performed a Toad Oil Bullet. This Fire Inferno was calced around the 4.31 gigatons, which is around the island level ranges. Now I've seen some country level stuff and some potential multi-continental stuff that's like later on for Gamabunta. I couldn't find the country level calc, but there are some stuff for it. But easily Gamabunta has some pretty decent AP scaling regardless. Some island level stuff is also acceptable, and some potential country level and maybe higher. Now there's some more consistent town level scaling for Naruto. It's been shown during the time where he was able to intercept Orochimaru's snake. This feat was calced around the 17.92 kilotons, which is around town level again. Very impressive, it just adds more consistency. So that's going to round up attack potency easily. Naruto has some small town level stuff and town level scaling just to add more consistency. So it's pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and move on to speed. So there are some ranges you can use for Kid Naruto. He has some casual low-end feats of supersonic, hypersonic to high hypersonic feats, such as Naruto blitzing some thugs. This one was calced around the Mach 1.19 aka supersonic, and there was another calc done for the same feat which was calced around the Mach 10, which is pretty much hypersonic plus. And to also get Naruto to high hypersonic, we can use the feat where Naruto is able to tag Gaara before he could even get up his automatic sand defense, which was calced around the low ends of Mach 25 up into Mach 51 ranges. So it's up to you what ranges you want to use for Naruto and some of the calcs that were used. So there are some pretty decent ranges. Now we can get Kid Naruto even higher. Naruto is able to keep pace with Sasuke while he activated his Chidori, and they both charged and kept pace with each other until Sakura and Kakashi stopped the fight. The only quantifiable feat we can use to get this to massively hypersonic is with Kakashi being stated to cut through lightning. Now the speed of the downstroke of lightning is around Mach 1249, which would equate to massively hypersonic. Lastly, after Naruto receives a small chakra amp from the Nine Tails, he is able to tag Haku. It's been stated in the guidebook that Haku moves at the speed of light, and there is a speed calc for this where Haku had to use his mirror reflection to travel at light speed while using a mirror to transport Kakashi's move to impale Sabusa, which ended up stabbing Haku instead. This was calced around the 33% the speed of light, aka relativistic speeds. So if you want to take Naruto's speed higher when he's amped by the Ninetales chakra, he can easily reach the relativistic ranges of speed. So that's going to round up Kid Naruto's stats. Let's move over and talk about some of his abilities. For those who are unaware, chakra in Naruto is physical, spiritual, and mental in nature. Chakra is used in many forms of techniques such as ninjutsus. Ninjutsu involves molding chakra into physical forms. Ninjutsu can be used for medical purposes. It can shape transformation and nature transformation. These techniques often involve the use of hand seals. Genjutsu. Unlike ninjutsu, genjutsu attacks the victim's mind rather than their body. These manipulate the flow of chakra within a person's brain, causing illusions to occur. Taijutsu does not require chakra, but chakra can also be used to enhance physical stats through via the gates, and it also involves any techniques that focus on martial arts or natural human abilities. In the first chapter of Naruto, we literally see Kid Naruto summon 2,000 clones, and in later chapters, when Naruto faces off against Kimimaro, he was able to summon 10,000 clones, which is very impressive. These clones are used for many purposes, either to assist Naruto in teamwork situations, bombard and overwhelm the enemy, and to also confuse, mislead, or use the clones as meat shields to take an attack from the enemy. His shadow clones can also use Naruto's ninjutsus to further add pressure to the opponent, such as a horde of clones or using Rasengans, and Naruto can also use substitute jutsus to also allow him to evade attacks that would prove fatal. And Naruto's signature move, called the Sexy Jutsu, where he summons naked female shadow clones of himself, which are useful in distracting the enemy. Speaking of the Rasengan, this technique was taught to him by Jiraiya, and after countless attempts and hours of training, Naruto becomes proficient with creating and using the Rasengan, which is a blue sphere of chakra which is used for offensive purposes, as Naruto will use his chakra and the assistance of a shadow clone to form this blue sphere to where Naruto would charge towards his opponent and strike them with his Rasengan to send them flying. The Ninetales chakra is used to further increase Naruto's power and speed, and it can also cloak Naruto with a protective barrier of chakra. It can amplify the potency of Naruto's jutsus, such as his Rasengans and his shadow clones, and also use constructs to attack the opponent. The Ninetales chakra also grants Naruto a healing factor, such as the time where Sasuke put a hole through Naruto's lung and he was able to heal it just fine. So that's going to round up all of Kid Naruto's abilities and stats. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Gon and see what he brings to the table. Now, before being enraged, Gon was strong enough to be considered a 21,500 points in the world of Knuckle, while Knuckles' mentor Morel was at the 700,000 points and UP was 7 million. UP, just by getting angry, can cause city level explosions. If we drop down to Gon's level, we can get Gon around the large town level ranges, something consistent with him being above less ants who have farts that can cause town level explosions, and Gon's rival Killua can tank it point blank. Gon can be amped by 100 times using his rock ability, putting him around the city level ranges of attack potency. If we go off the anime's better feats, we can scale Gon higher. Yuvigin is able to cause a city level punch, and he does so before he shows off to Kurapika that he was holding back to 10%. We then know that ant officers who have learnt Nen can force the Phantom Troop members to use their own Nen abilities, meaning Gon, who scales to Killua, massively upscales to city level, having soloed an army of such ants. So that's going to round up Gon's attack potency and base. Now, as for speed, Gon is so fast, he is able to wait for an explosion to go off in his hand and then outpace the explosion at speeds approaching the speed of lightning. This feat can actually be made faster than lightning, considering Gon's opponent did not even see the attack, and he should have reactions 185 thousandths of a second. Gon also was able to react and scale to Razor. Razor, while his power was divided into 8 different bodies, has feats of moving a volleyball at 423,640 meters per second, making his full speed more like 3,389,120 meters per second, or 1.13% the speed of light. Gon then gets even faster than this. He's able to improve his Nen 6 times over, making his speed more into the 6.78 times the speed of light. So this would mean that Gon would easily have, sub-relativistic speeds or relativistic speeds. So this is pretty impressive. Now that's going to round up Gon's stats. I'm going to go ahead and move on talk about his abilities. So easily, Gon has some enhanced senses. Growing up in the wild, Gon has much better hearing and smelling. Being compared to a dog, Gon is able to learn in mid-combat. At the start of the series, Hisoka complimented him, saying it was at mastery level. However, it has improved to the point where Killua's analytical ability, which is so accurate, it can reveal abilities of Netero before he ever showed them. Now, for intelligence, Gon is able to outsmart Poof, who is so smart at birth he can read Pito's mind through analytical thinking, looking at 30 different emotional waves. Poof is able to keep up with Merriam when he reads a game and suddenly becomes the best in the world in only a few games. However, it is stated that Merriam is far better, with his learning rate increasing each game while Poof stays the same. With Nen, Gon is able to have better senses using his aura like a radar. A lesser character is stated to be able to use it for over a few meters. Gon is able to use the senses of others against themselves, as just as the aura of Nen is the concept of bluffing, the better the opponent's senses, the more effective this is. However, as they experience it more, it becomes less effective. Gon is able to bypass durability with Nen affecting mind, body and soul, and Gon is able to also spawn his Nen past the physical as well, as he can use Nen internally to either prevent damage from explosions in his body or offensively like his teacher did in a wall. Gon's Nen ability is to either use rock, paper or scissors. Rock is a punch with a 100 times multiplier, paper is an energy blast, and scissors is a mini sword. Paper and scissors are weaker than his normal punches, as he does not excel at that Nen type. So that's going to round up both these combatants. I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts on who I think wins more often than not in a cross-verse situation. So let's talk about some things in this matchup, starting off with attack potency. I would have to award this to Gon. Gon just has higher prominent feats, you know, large town level stuff, city level stuff, especially if you include the multipliers. He's just very high and very prominent in those tiers. When we look at Naruto, you know, he's easily scaling into the town level ranges. Now there are some multipliers you could potentially use for Naruto, but even if you use those, it's just paltry, it's not enough. I would say Gon easily has AP. Now in terms of speed, I would have to lean more so with Gon as well. Gon easily has like relativistic reaction speed or sub-brow, very high into those tiers and very high into the massively hypersonic plus ranges. Just better quantification into those speed tiers. Naruto, he does have some, you know, decent speed feats, you know, hypersonic, high hyper and massively hypersonic plus a lightning timer, but that just doesn't stack up to Gon's impressive caliber of speed and AP. Now the reasons why I didn't add Enrage Gon is because it just make the gap even huge. Enrage Gon just gets higher multipliers and it's just a complete, you know, swamp at this point. It's a complete wash. So I wanted to see what they could do more so in base, and I'm feeling even in base I think Gon's a bit too prominent for Kid Naruto. Yes, we could talk about abilities all day and every day for Naruto. You know, what about Shadow Clones? What about the Nine Tails Chakra? You know, what about the other abilities like Rasengan? Unfortunately, just due to the stats and like the difference in them, Naruto's going to get blitzed. He's going to get one shot. He's not going to be able to apply any of these abilities just due to the sheer difference in AP and speed. I see Gon just blitzing, one-shotting, you know, using Nen, Juranegging. Nen affects you on a physical, spiritual, and mental level. He's not going to have any issues dealing with the, you know, the Nine Tails Cloak, even if we argued Naruto being able to use it. And we tried to give Naruto the benefit of the doubt. Even if we are generous as hell, it is not going to amount to much. I personally lean more so of Gon. Just way too prominent. Better AP, better speed. You could even argue more skill, but even I don't even think skill's going to even matter just due to the stat difference. And his hexes will be able to seal the deal. So more often than not, I have to give this to Gon. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content. It's been real. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.